Hello folks, today is Friday, October 28th, 2016. My name is Jake Baldino. Happy almost Halloween. We gotta talk about some video game stuff. Starting off with Nintendo. Some more details have kind of trickled out about the Nintendo Switch after its announcement last week. We talked all about it. We made videos and stuff. But the biggest thing here is the actual portable tablet screen thing. Apparently it's going to output 720p, which for some people isn't really that exciting. But I guess graphically, if the thing is actually good, if it packs a punch, I could deal with 720. It's a small screen. So that's a thing with the actual portable tablet, but the more interesting news to come out of it is that it is apparently going to be touchscreen, but it's actually going to be full capacitive touch, you know, more like an iPhone, less like a 3DS touchscreen. Which is good, that opens up more opportunities for things, but like I said, I don't really think it needs it. You know, when they first announced it and there was no sign of a touchscreen, I was cool with that because the less this Nintendo console is based on gimmicks, the better. I feel like touchscreens is just another kind of distraction for developers to get caught up on that don't really mean anything. But I think that's how it's gonna go. We're gonna get more and more little leaked details about this thing before they actually give us more information. They announced in January we're getting all the real details apparently. Also, some people really flipped out about this screenshot from the trailer and how, like, yes, of course, clearly the screen is superimposed onto the actual device. Have you guys ever seen an advertisement? Because that's how they all work. Also, briefly, this episode is brought to you guys by Able Gamers. For those of you that don't know, they are a charity that helps out millions and millions of disabled gamers to get them to actually play games. They work with developers to make games more accessible for people with disabilities. They also set up games for people to play who live in hospitals. What you can do, there's a link below. You can go to their website, you can sign up and help them raise money, similar to other sites where you can actually just create and push your own fundraiser to help them out. They're doing a good thing. We wouldn't mention them on the show. We wouldn't take them on as a sponsor if we didn't really like what they're doing. And you know what? They're doing a good thing. But speaking of doing good things, let's talk about No Man's Sky. Apparently, their account was hacked. If you guys missed this, it's all developed very quickly. But first, the No Man's Sky account tweeted, "No Man's Sky was a mistake." Bomb dropped very quickly. The account was quickly protected and blocked off. And for like an hour after this, there were conflicting reports back and forth from all different places about what actually really happened. Because first, press was actually getting statements from No Man's Sky, actual emails with this whole long statement apologizing for the game and what a mistake it really was, and that they were forced by Sony and the vitriol of the community to put out a game that they weren't happy with. And basically, people in these emails were posing as Sean Murray and taking credit for the tweet and saying that No Man's Sky was a mistake. But as of now, what it looks like, this is still kind of developing, it looks like it was definitely a complete 100% hack. If you look closely, you'll notice that the first No Man's Sky tweet was actually posted through LinkedIn, and then the Twitter account also mentioned that they were hacked by LinkedIn because they didn't have two-factor authentication. That to me right there is the easiest writing on the wall because that's so weird. That would be a type of hack thing. However, this is a very unfortunate state of affairs and how this went down. The actual, like, I'll link it below, the actual statement of what this person pretended to be Sean Murray said is pretty apt and pretty descriptive of what actually went down. But after that was all said and done and resolved, this is actually the first time we've heard from Hello Games and Sean Murray since the game release went down, and that's the first time they spoke up, so I thought that was interesting. Hacking people's accounts is despicable, but at least they got them to say something and chime in that they didn't just cut and run. And finally, hopefully, maybe that's like the last time we're going to talk about No Man's Sky for a while. I know we keep saying that, but maybe this is really, really it. And something that I never thought I was actually going to say, and yeah, I guess clearly it's a slow news week, but I'm still excited about this. Both The Last Guardian and Final Fantasy 15 have actually went gold. That means they're done, they're coming, they're actually coming out. That's so, I never expected this day to come. I really didn't. As much as this is really exciting and we've been waiting for these games forever, I definitely have. I think this is going to be another example of like those types of games that you wait forever for, and then the expectations are so high that the game never has any chance of ever meeting those expectations. So I guess maybe adjust your hype accordingly. Also, it's worth noting that they announced that Final Fantasy 15 is actually getting a cooperative mode. However, it is paid DLC.
Jake, you got my fucking Panini press?
What?
You get my fucking Panini press?
The Panini press? No.
Yeah.
It didn't reach the... Do you see people found it and they didn't sign it, so...
Hey,
it's
they're
not
896 signatures.
Yeah, but it's not 1,000, so...
No, it's supposed to be 100, so...
What are you gonna do with a panini press? We don't have any other ingredients here. Like, we don't have bread, we don't have cheese, we don't have anything.
Bring bread and cheese.
What? Yeah, I gave you guys a microwave. You think that would be happy? Like, you would be happy with a
Doesn't
microwave.
make things crispy.
It can.
No, it can't.
Actually,
No, it
okay,
absolutely cannot.
okay. And in terms of good news, famous filmmaker Uwe Boll has quit making movies. For those of you that don't know, he is a guy who is basically responsible for making all those bad video game movies like House of the Dead, Alone in the Dark, the Blood Rain movies, a Postal movie. That man who has made so many mistakes and ruining some of our favorite video games is finally stepping down from making movies. He basically blamed it on the industry and everything, but that guy's just kind of a loudmouth asshole. You could make such a cool movie out of Blood Rain.
There's a House of the Dead movie?
Yeah, exactly. These are movies that people like paid money to produce and everything.
Blood Rain could have been...
Blood Rain could have been so cool. Vampires and Nazis? During Paris Games Week, we did get a little bit of information for Kingdom Hearts 3 that set people off in an exciting way. We got 2 new screenshots and a pretty good look at a new drive form called Guard Form that basically turns your Keyblade into a shield. Looks pretty dope. The map that Sora's in these screenshots is Mount Olympus, and it looks really cool, and that's basically he's using the Mount Olympus Keyblade to use that Guard Form. And it's pretty exciting, I guess. I'll take every little glimmer of info I can to hopefully see if this game turns out as awesome as people are hyping it to be. But an announcement that interested me a little more because I'm looking to go back and replay these puppies. Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5 Remix are getting a PlayStation 4 release. They're going to be up-res, running 60 frames per second, and it's releasing in the US in March of 2017. I don't get crazy hardcore with the series or anything, but when you break it down and you get past the silly titles, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are solid as hell games. And in a really, really cool story that happened last Friday, but it happened after we recorded the show, so we couldn't cover it, a couple got engaged through Destiny. So yes, people do still play Destiny. And this is really, really cool, especially the way actually Bungie got involved and kind of did the right thing and created an in-game item that is an engagement ring and an in-game emote that is the player's guardian getting down on one knee. It's really, really cool. It was between 2 developers, so we wish them the best, and their screenshots and like all of how it went down. And it's just nice, you know? I think if I could get engaged through any game ever, it would probably be
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
or Max Payne 2. And in probably the craziest news this week, at least news that I didn't expect at all, there's been some rumors circulating on some Grand Theft Auto forums by posters that have been correct on things in the past, stating the overall plan Rockstar Games has with Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, basically making GTA Online like this continuous MMO for the next 4 years. Basically what this rumor is that Rockstar is going to continue supporting this game even more with new modes, new characters, new abilities, new maps, all the way up until 2020. And while on one hand that does sound completely insane, if you think about it, their next game next year is going to be Red Dead Redemption, so it's going to be a while until Grand Theft Auto 6, so it makes sense for them to fill in the time with embracing GTA Online. GTA Online has been huge for Rockstar. As much as I don't play it too much, there are people who still play it every day. They pay money. Rockstar has made a ton of money just off of this mode alone. Look at the details here. We already got the biker DLC. There's going to be free roam police missions. There's going to be luxury living where you can buy mansions and pets. Then apparently as paid content in September 2017, you're going to be able to get access to North Yankton and Liberty City. And then apparently after that, in October 2018, there's going to be San Fierro and Las Venturas. Apparently these maps were being worked on back in the day when it was just on PS3 and Xbox 360, but they scrapped it because they couldn't fit it. And if this actually goes down, like, it almost sounds too good to be true to be able to jump back into Liberty City and San Fierro in Grand Theft Auto Online. But if that's for real, and if Rockstar continues to support the game that much, I'm in. I'm jumping back into Grand Theft Auto Online. Of course, like I said, these are rumors, so you do have to take them with a grain of salt. But the person who has posted these rumors has had a habit of getting some things right. They've gotten some things wrong, but they've gotten some things right. I really, really like this idea, and I hope it's real, but we have to wait and see, like everything I say. Last bit of news, PlayStation finally announced their own version and their own spin of Elite controllers, like Xbox One's Elite controller, and it's not quite that cool. At least for me personally, Sony has announced these officially third-party licensed controllers that they are pushing as their own products, basically. And there are 2 controllers, the Raiju made by Razer and the Revolution made by Nacon. And honestly, these are both disgusting looking. So if you are looking for a pro controller, these do have the things you want with like adjustable sensitivities and things and paddles and all those things, but I'm just not feeling these. I feel like Xbox really nailed down the Elite controller, and now people are going to say that I'm an Xbox fanboy. But regardless, whatever the hell I am a fanboy of, I want you guys to know we are accepting submissions for glitches for Skyrim and Mafia 3. We made a Battlefield 1 video where we took your glitches, picked the best ones and put them in a video and gave you guys a shout out and gave one person a free game, and we're doing it again with Skyrim and Mafia 3. More particularly Skyrim, Enhanced Edition.
Special edition.
special edition, whatever. So there's a link below to submit glitches you have recorded. I'm looking forward to see if you have any good ones, because we got some good stuff from the Battlefield one. But speaking of forums down below, you guys know what's up. Every single week we give away an Xbox One or a PS4 of your choice to one lucky winner. There's a form below, you click it, you sign up, you enter once, you're entered forever, and then every single week I close my eyes and randomly choose one winner to win a free console of their choice. This week's winner is gonna be this person right here. Congratulations. Check your email, check your spam filter, because I'm going to be emailing you and getting your deets and sending you what you want. So that was certainly a week, guys. Let's talk about this stuff down in the comments. I want to know what you think about No Man's Sky. Yes, do you think it was a mistake? Also, do you think that was a legit hack, or do you think somebody there had a breakdown? And what video game, if you could pick any video game, what would you like to get engaged or married through? Let me know. I'll be down there in the comments talking about any of that video game stuff with you guys. I'll also be on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Jake Baldino as well. You know where to find me. You guys know the deal, though. Thank you so much for watching every week. This is the best time we have. Clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And subscribing if you're new is a good idea, because we put out videos like this and better ones every single day. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Pizza's on me.